Ishibonim Guru in the house, back with another bang on video. 3 points, baby. Yes, 3 points against Chelsea. What a game of football we had yesterday night. I celebrated. I like the things. But for those of you who don't know, I have a second channel, Indian Gooner 2.0. I have already put up my first FIFA content video on that. So if you are interested in some FIFA content, it is of, I guess, Borussia Dortmund DFB Pokal game. So please be my guest. Head over there. I've already put that in my community tab, the link of that video. If you still want to get it, I have already put the link of that video on my description box as well. So follow, subscribe, and of course, watch the video and give us some good bits of, how should I say this? Some sugar, and by liking the video, it improves our engagement. And of course, I think there we are going to start soon a career mode, maybe of a less difficulty level, because I have to start, I've got to, get the knack of all the career mode videos. So I will be doing it, and with that, let's move on to the next first news that we have here, because compared Gabriel versus Thiago Silva in the Premier League, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, you can see Gabriel, the touches 89.6, ball recovery is 5.2, 86.63% of pass accuracy, 6.6 long passes attempted, tackles made 1.4, 1.1 points conceded, and of course, the other thing, clearances 3 compared to Thiago Silva, whose touches are more, ball recoveries are slight okay, pass accuracy is more than Gabriel, tackles made is less, and the ground duels won, if you can say. So Gabriel and Thiago Silva, the two Brazilians, actually bringing the best out for their respective teams. Now, David Ornstein gave out a big chunk of information in his podcast yesterday. So talking about the transfer mailbag, Ornstein said, I've not heard anything about Saliba being sold, but he is expected to go out on loan in the coming weeks. His preference is to stay in the UK and continue his acclimatization, though he has also opportunities in his native France. Now, Saliba wants to stay in England. Let's see what happens, how things will change. However, as I already mentioned, Bruno Mazziotti, ex-Paris Saint-Germain physical therapist, has officially changed his Instagram bio to represent his recent move to Arsenal. You can actually check it out. Medical Department, Arsenal FC, PhD student. And of course, for those of you who like these kind of changes, yes, here's the night version of that. So he's Jiu-Jitsu, black belt. The guy is definitely strong. Now, David Ornstein has spoken about Volvin Balogun's situation at Arsenal. He says, no agreement has been reached in negotiations over a new contract. Talks have not stopped and the door is still open. However, the distance between the two parties is thought to be far. It looks increasingly likely he will depart as a free agent. Although Balogun's domestic admirers include Liverpool, he can speak to foreign clubs from January 1, and that route is understood to hold greatest appeal at present, particularly Germany. Of course, David Ornstein also said that Bruno Mazziotti has finally arrived from Paris Saint-Germain, and the Brazilian medic is said to be making a positive impression around London Colney, while Bournemouth first-team physiotherapist Nick Coate has also joined Arsenal. So big changes at the Arsenal backroom staff, but also a big update on Thomas Partey by AFC Bell, already on my community tab. Those who missed it, it's for them. Thomas Partey is not in the squad for yesterday's game, was not in the yesterday's game against Chelsea. The treatment program is going well and as planned. The club expects the player to be ready at some point in January. So the big one, Arsenal weighed up a move for Dominic Szoboszlai before he decided to join RB Leipzig, and have also considered talents such as Julian Brandt of Borussia Dortmund. Yes, David Ornstein confirms Arsenal have considered the talents such as Julian Brandt of Borussia Dortmund. That itself is a wonderful kind of a, it'd be a good acquisition. Also, Lyon's Houssem Aouar, here's a big update about Houssem Aouar from David Ornstein. He says, Lyon's Houssem Aouar was a previous target, but reservations have emerged and he is believed to have dropped down the scouting list, while former Spurs playmaker Christian Eriksen is not a candidate they are minded to pursue. So Arsenal right now are not pursuing Christian Eriksen. Even Houssem Aouar is down the pecking order in their preferences of bringing the kind of player that they want in the coming January transfer window. Also from Athletic UK, Arteta and Edu discussed the need for an additional creative player in the last transfer window, but ultimately had other priorities. The workload the workload was considerable. At one stage, Athletic was told Edu's head is on fire with all the negotiations. Of course, if he's the single one who's dealing with everything, if you get Raul Sanyehi, of course, it's too hectic, and especially if you take it to the wire. Also, well, Gabriel Magalhaes actually missed yesterday's game against Chelsea as he was required to self-isolate after coming in close contact with someone who tested positive for COVID-19. Of course, we could actually link it to the Manchester City players. Also, David Luiz and Willian both are unwell but have both recently tested negative. We will continue to monitor, support and assess their condition. So these were the updates from Arsenal themselves. And when I saw the lineup, I said, oh, that's cool. But after the game yesterday, Arsenal tweeted out, come on, 3 goals, 3 points. And James Benge tweets out, there's a huge pressure on Emil Smith-Rowe's shoulders today, and that's just what he wants. This is going to be really tough, but he loves for those moments. And he always wants the ball and to dictate tempo. That's the reason he picked Huddersfield over a championship playoff contender. Whether you or anyone else doubted it, I know Smith Rowe didn't. After a tough 2019, this year is ending in brilliant fashion for the youngster. If you'd like to reread his interview, you can actually go and check it out. In the 65 minutes before he came off, no player completed more open play passes in the final third than Smith Rowe, who made 9 out of 12. 2/3 went forward or square, so he wasn't playing safe either. Add in 2 chances created and 1 assist. An impressive creative display for the youngster. And also, you can also check out a reporter, Jeff Shreves said, did you mean it? He asked it to Bukayo Saka. He says, of course, man. So Bukayo Saka meant it, ladies and gentlemen. So £222.5 million spent in the summer, and Chelsea are 4 points worse off than they were at this stage last season without spending anything. Well, I'm not going to blame them because, of course, the opponents have really improved since then. But Kai Havertz, £72 million. Timo Werner, £47.7 million. Ben Chilwell, £45.2 million. Hakim Ziyech, £36 million. Edouard Mendy, £21.6 million. 8th in the league. Also, Emil Smith-Rowe made more ball recoveries, 6, than any other player during his time on the pitch, and created more chances 2 than any other Arsenal player against Chelsea yesterday evening. And Chelsea attempted 26 crosses against open play today, the most any team has attempted in a Premier League game this season against Arsenal. Only 1 paid off, only 1 was a goal that was chested off by Tammy Abraham. Also, Kieran Tierney on the win says it's a start. We needed that today. It's a start. We needed that today. We needed to give the fans something to be positive about. We've had a few bad results this season, so as I said, it's a good start. I think we just started better. We didn't wait until we went 1-0 down to start playing and creating chances. We started on the front foot tonight, and that's been the message in the last few weeks in training. Today, we have done that. Also, Oli Giroud has scored each of Chelsea's last 6 away goals, with Kai Havertz on Frank Lampard was actually used all of his substitutions. Oli Giroud was made to sit back on the bench, and Kai Havertz made his way through. And Kieran Tierney says all the youngsters here are hungry to play, and it's a big club. They've got the platform to play. They came on today, started today, and they were brilliant. Bukayo Saka covered the most distance of any player tonight in the game, 11.5 kilometers, a special talent with a huge work ethic, tweets out Orbinio. And talking about the penalty, Tierney said, no, I wasn't sure it was. I felt contact and I went down, but I've not seen it back. So, of course, there was a contact, but it was really soft for me. And Emil Smith-Rowe has a goal involvement every 52 minutes in all competitions this season. Minimum 3 goals. Balogun has 25. Smith-Rowe has 52. And then Willock, and then Pepe, and Nketiah, Laka, Oba, Willian, Saka, and then there is Behrin. Simon Collins said, Chelsea kick ball back to Arsenal. Abraham half goes to close it down. Tierney yells, F off you. Yes, that's what he is. That's what Kieran Tierney is all about. Well, Arsenal's starting lineup yesterday, average age 25 years and 42 days, is the club's youngest to have won a Premier League game since September 2012. 24 years, 266 days in 6-1 win against Southampton. That was unbelievable. And Bukayo Saka tweeted out after scoring his goal, he says, saw him off his line. So he meant it. He saw that he believes that Edouard Mendy was off his line, and that's what changed the game. And his game by numbers versus Chelsea, 100% take-ons completed, 46 touches, 7 crosses, 7 penalty entries, 4 duels won, 3 touches in the opposition box, 2 interceptions, 2 shots, 1 goal. And he said he definitely meant it. So the main cause of the division in the Arsenal squad is the Mesut Ozil situation. Some members of the squad want his return, is reported by Mike McGrath. The XG Philosophy tweeted out, Arsenal 2.09 was their XG and 2.42 for Chelsea. 3-1 victory for Arsenal. That is what it is. And Bernd Leno tweeted this image and said, yes! @Arsenal. So Bernd Leno also meant it, baby! And Hector Bellerin versus Arsenal had 55 touches. Was first for Arsenal. Chances created 2, dribbles 2, ball recoveries 5, accurate passes 82.1%. That was a proper captain's performance. Even Yannick Bolasie tweets out, Saka is a star. And that was all he wrote. And even Bukayo Saka tweeted out, saw him off his line, to which Jack Grealish replied, you're too funny, man. Liar. That's big banter from Jack the man Grealish. Chelsea have now lost each of their last 3 Premier League away games. It's their worst run since February 2019. So these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes back from every single day twice. So what you got to do is subscribe. Yes, subscribe. And also, some good FIFA career modes and some good FIFA type of content is coming on my second channel. This channel, I will be posting Arsenal career mode, but only when I'm ready with some very good difficult mode levels. But until then, you guys can definitely have a blast on my other channel, and you can definitely get to know about those type of contents there. The link of the newest video that I posted on my second channel is about DFB Pokal, Borussia Dortmund's DFB Pokal pursuit. You can definitely follow me on there. So the link of that video is definitely provided in the description. And also, cheers.